This video is to keep you abreast as to the different kinds of things that we will be doing in the restoration of the church. I use the word restoration because we are not trying to renovate the church. We are trying to restore the church, and that means going back to various things that were part of the church's history. As you know, St. Andrew's Church is older than the Taj Mahal, and it has a rich history, and we'd like to preserve this history in every way possible. So some of the things that we are doing. The first is we're using lime plaster. Lime plaster was the traditional method that the Portuguese used on their structures for various reasons. One, the fact that it was durable. Two, it breathes, and since St. Andrew's Church is so close to the coast, water from the ground very often would find its way up into the walls. Lime plaster in general doesn't get affected by this. For this, we've got an expert in restoration in the company called Savani that has received multiple awards for their restoration work, and some of the key churches that they have done would be Our Lady of Grace Church Papadi, which is the cathedral, Mount Mary's Bandra, which they are almost completed restoring. So we've contacted one of the best teams in the business to do this restoration project. A few things that I thought might be of interest for you is in this restoration, we have found what would earlier be the choir loft and the choir windows. As you know, the church was extended and a new RCC part of the church, a new construction of the church was added in the 1960s. The original bell tower was a shorter version, and from the photographs of the past, you would see that while we've kept the same area of where the church used to be, the porch area now represents the old facade that was part of the church. What we have done is locate these so-called, or locate the choir loft. In the choir loft, there were windows that brought light into the church, and we found these windows on both sides. So we're trying to bring back these old architectural elements that were hidden with brickwork at some stage or the other of our renovation and restoration. The other things that we are doing is, of course, taking care of the roof. And an expert in roofing is Juvraj and his company, who really have specialized in roof repairs, and practically every difficult roofing project within the Archdiocese has been handled with them. The Cathedral of the Holy Name, St. Anne's Church in Mazagon, Mount Mary's roof, all done by this company. My target is to have the whole roof done, hopefully by mid-July. Now, the purpose of this video is twofold: to give you information, to help you understand the different things that we are undertaking, and also to ask for your support. Currently, in the past, when Father Caesar was there was a collection made, and a large amount was made, and that has been put into a fixed deposit for the restoration, which amounted to approximately 1 crore, which is now in FDs. There is balance amount that under the guidance of Father Clarence was collected. The anticipation of the project should be between 3.5 crores to 4, maximum 4.5 crores, inclusive of all taxes, which includes the fans, the fixtures, the lights, the polishing of the doors, the polishing of the pews, the upgrading of infrastructure, ramps so that wheelchair access is available. So these kind of upgrades will be done, keeping the aesthetics of the church in place. For those of you who can contribute, we welcome your contributions. Contributions can be made via the office, and envelopes are kept out there for the same, and everything is receipted. And every 3 months, I intend to open the book of accounts for you to inspect, to see what we spent and on what we spent it on, so that if you have a query or a question, I'd like this to be a transparent way of dealing and approaching this restoration project. If you can't contribute, that's perfectly fine, but you can pray for us, because we need your prayers for the success of this project, for the safety of the workers, and for all of us who are involved in this monumental task of restoring the church. Your support, your prayers, and your guidance are invaluable, and we look forward to that. We're asking Nandru to guide us and to lead us on. God bless you all. Thank you for your attention.